Hey guys, it's Nell, aka Lucid Seams on Instagram. I thought I would show you guys some of the products that I use day to day that just make my everyday living a little bit more eco-friendly, kinder to the environment, and also just kinder to myself. Now, I'm just going to say before we start, I am absolutely no saint when it comes to living my life in a completely eco-friendly way. I'm still very much learning. I've still very much got a lot of things that I should and need to improve in my life to be living in a more sustainable and eco-friendly way. I don't want anyone to watch this and think that I'm the all-seeing, all-knowing, I know what I'm talking about 100%, because I don't really. This is still very much a learning process for me, and I imagine it is for a lot of you guys as well. When you first try to make your life a little bit more eco-friendly, it's very daunting, and there are so many products out there that are telling you buy this, buy that, this is more eco-friendly, and there's just a lot, and it can be very daunting because you don't know what is actually good, what you actually need. I think there are a lot of products out there that are just kind of not necessary at all. So these are bits that I've just been trying out recently, and I'm really enjoying them, and I think they're really worth the investment in. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully that'll help you to figure out how to be a little bit more eco-friendly in your home as well. I've still got a lot to figure out, and as I go along my eco-friendly journey, hopefully I'll find more products that I can show you at a later date. Some may be better than the ones I'm showing you, but so far I'm really enjoying them. So there are a lot of things to consider when making your home a little bit more eco-friendly and conscious and sustainable, and that can include things like your energy consumption, so reducing your electricity use and that kind of thing. And there are plenty of services that can help you do that, but these items are mainly based around reducing waste and packaging waste and plastic, things like that, but also reducing the amount of chemicals and bad things that you could potentially be flushing down the drain and putting on your skin, things that are going to cause a lot of damage both to you and aquatic life. But the first items I'm going to show you are soaps. There's 3 different soaps I'm going to show you. The first one is just general day-to-day soap. A lot of the time soaps come in a lot of plastic packaging, plastic bottles that are just going to get chucked away to just end up in landfill. A lot of them are recyclable and you can recycle them, but here's the catch. Only about 9% of plastic actually gets recycled. So a lot of the time, even if something is recyclable, it's still better to just not have the packaging there in the first place. So a lot of soaps will come in pumps, various forms of plastic bottle, but they don't need to be if they are solid. So this is one of my soaps that I use for my day-to-day hand washing, all that sort of thing. It's got lavender in it. It smells so good. I love lavender. It's up there in some of my favourite scents, so I'm a big fan of it. A lot of solid soaps that you can buy will come packaging free. There are lots of soap bars that aren't necessarily made for the sake of being more eco-friendly, so some of them might still come in plastic films and things, but you can easily avoid them, especially if you're going for more natural soaps that contain 100% plant-based ingredients. Now, some people do worry that natural soaps aren't going to be as cleaning, as antibacterial, but there is no need to worry if you're buying the right thing. So already using these bars of soap means that I'm cutting out loads of plastic packaging from buying pump liquid soaps. A lot of soaps contain a lot of chemicals that are getting flushed down the drain, and they are causing damage to aquatic life, things like parabens. There's something called triclosan or triclosan, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's an antibacterial agent, and there's about 90 tons of it that goes into household domestic products every single year. It is really toxic to aquatic life, so it just slowly builds up in the environment the more that is flushed down the drain. It has been found in the bodies of fish, and get this, it's been found in human breast milk. Human breast milk. This chemical is being fed to our babies. It should not be there. There's also something called, bear with me on this one, phthalates. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's a family of 120 different industrial chemicals that are found in things like shampoos and moisturisers, which are toxic and have been linked to having an effect on men's reproductive health. So boys, you swimmers, not going to be so speedy because of your everyday shampoos. So a lot of everyday soaps do contain strong antibacterial chemicals, but there is no need for them in everyday hygiene. Obviously, people want to get rid of the bad bacteria on their hands and then their skin, but there's a lot of good bacteria in there as well, and lots of healthy oils that keep your skin really moisturised and help stop wrinkles and things. That's probably more relevant for your face and your hands, but I mean, I don't know, maybe people are anxious about the wrinkles in their hands. But when you're using those strong antibacterial chemicals, they are stripping away everything. So not just the bad bacteria, but also the good stuff, and that's just going to lead to lots of dry, uncomfortable hands. So for everyday washing, there is no need for them. And there are plenty of natural ingredients that do have microbacterial properties. For example, coconut oil. It's microbial, antifungal, antibacterial. It will repel germs and bacteria, but whilst keeping all your good oils and bacteria is there. There's also things like olive oil and shea butter that are very moisturising and anti-aging. You'll find even when you look in sort of generic soaps, it still do have the chemicals in. Things like shea butter and coconut oil are very often included in the ingredients because of their natural moisturising and antibacterial properties. I was very concerned about this myself when this whole virus thing was kicking off. I was concerned that the soap I was using wasn't going to be good enough because it's not going to strip everything away like chemical antibacterial things. But I did a bit of research on it and it's totally fine to use and it will do the job. Now, this is not to say that chemical antibacterials don't have their place. Hospitals, anything clinical, it is necessary for them to have alcohol-based and chemical-based antibacterial properties. But for everyday use, they are not necessary. They are harmful to your skin. So a good old natural soap bar will do. And also, just smells really good and makes your hands feel very moisturised and lovely, all the good stuff. Another soap bar that I use is my shampoo bar. I have gone through various different soap bars. The one I'm using at the moment is Lush. It smells like coconut and it's just glorious. I was originally using, I just realised I didn't say where this soap was from. I cannot remember the name of the company, but it is a company that one of my really good friends works at. She works at their little store that they have in Camden Market. All handmade, all natural, personal products. So things like soaps, scrubs, masks, face creams, deep heat, anything you think of, they've got it. I have tried using these soaps for washing my hair, as I understand that they are suitable for washing hair. These do not contain sulfates, and most natural soaps will not contain sulfates. The Lush one does, and I know a lot of people don't want sulfates in there, especially with your hair. Sulfates can really strip your hair and make them feel really, really dry. So most people, if you're going to make the transition to a natural soap bar of soap for your hair, it makes sense to get one without sulfates. However, sulfates are what can help the soap lather up, which is why they're in a lot of them. Now, with using these soaps as shampoo, it's probably just to do with my hair type, because my friend who uses them says she has absolutely no problem washing her hair with it and it's really silky and lovely and just looks amazing. I don't know if it's because my hair is really, really thick, or maybe because it has been bleached, it's drier and just really holds on to everything, but I could not get these soaps to wash out of my hair properly. I was trying really hard. I really tried to stick with it. I used apple cider vinegar to kind of strip it out, lemon juice, all that kind of thing, and unfortunately it never really worked out for me. It just always felt like there was stuff in my hair and it would like build up on my scalp and it just became really uncomfortable and itchy. So I did go back to normal shampoos for a while before I then tried out the Lush shampoo bar, and I've had a way better time with it and I really love it. So you just got to shop around. You've got to figure out the shampoo bar that is best for your hair, because it changes, it varies from person to person. You might not like the feel of some. If you've got quite naturally oily hair, some might not work as well. If you've got really dry hair, then the things that aren't good for oily hair might be good for you. It's all trial and error, and it's all figuring out what's best for you. I need to stop moving my hands because they are all over the place. Now obviously this shampoo bar means that there is no packaging. When you buy it from Lush, there is no packaging. You literally get it like this and they put it in your paper bag. You can get little tins as well that you can pop them in and use them for travelling. Speaking of travelling, these are way better than any kind of liquid shampoo because you don't run the risk of it spilling everywhere. You can just pop it in your little tin or box or whatever and you're good to go. So obviously you've eliminated the packaging issue, but using natural soaps is so much better for your hair. A lot of shampoos contain things like silicone. Silicone basically just like coats the surface of your hair and gives an illusion of shine, makes it look really thick and healthy, when actually it's not. It's just a layer of silicone on your hair which builds up over time, and that can cause irritation and build up on your scalp and just in the long run make your hair drier. Also means your hair is going to look and feel greasier quickly, which then means you have to wash it more often, and it's just an endless circle of overwashing and just putting chemicals in your hair. Shampoos with more chemicals in also just completely strip your hair of all your oils, and that includes all the good stuff that keeps your hair moisturised and looking thick and luscious and lovely, but you don't get that with natural shampoos. Now because it doesn't strip the oils from your hair the same way that generic shampoos do. It does mean that you do have a little bit of a transfer time. Is that the word I want? Transition. There's a transition period when you move from chemical generic shampoos to natural shampoos. Because the chemical shampoos are stripping your hair of all your oils, your hair is then overcompensating and creating excess oils. So then when you move over to natural shampoos and it's not stripping all those oils away, at first your hair is going to be creating a lot of excess oil, and it means your hair might feel a little bit greasy and never feel fully clean after you've used them. But this does go away when you're using one that is appropriate for your hair type. This does go away, and eventually your hair feels so much thicker, so much lovelier, so much more healthy and moisturized than it ever would have been. Whilst we're on the topic of hair products, I personally don't use any conditioner. I know you can get conditioning bars and conditioners that come in more eco-friendly packaging and things. I choose not to use it because I don't feel like I really need it, especially now that I'm not using chemicals. My hair's not being stripped in the same way and doesn't need like moisturising with loads of conditioner. What I do sometimes after I've gotten out of the shower is run a little bit of argan oil through my hair whilst it's still wet. It's got like a little pipette on the top. This is 100% raw argan oil. You can get it from various manufacturers online. This one did come in completely cardboard packaging, so can be easily recycled. It's got a little pipette bit at the top, and I just squeeze a couple of little drops on my hand and rub it together and kind of like run it through my hair like this, just to give a little bit of extra moisture. It's quite a big bottle and you need so little of it each time that it means it's lasting me a really long time, and I don't even necessarily use it every single time. This one doesn't smell particularly strong, but argan oil in general does smell really good. Argan oil is really good for your hair. It's really nourishing. Obviously, because it comes in a glass bottle, it means it can be really easily recycled. Glass and metal are much easier to recycle than plastic is, so a way better option if packaging needs to be used. It can be very easily reused for something else, or I could just refill it. A much more eco-friendly option rather than plastic bottles. Now the third of the soap bars is this chunky fella. Now this is not for my body, this is for washing dishes. It's a dishwash soap bar and I'm loving it. So this one is by Eco Living. I got it on the, what's it called? Peace with the Wild. I got it online at Peace with the Wild, which is like an online, I guess, kind of directory of eco-friendly products for your home. They've got loads of products on there and they're really good, and their customer service is fantastic. So there are a few different types that you can get. This one is by Eco Living. This one I just thought was really good value for money, first of all, but there are plenty of reasons why they are a fantastic option. They're vegan and cruelty free. They contain no palm oil. They're sulfate free, fragrance free. They have no parabens. They are all organic, plant-based ingredients that are all ethically sourced. So an all-round really good, eco-friendly, ethical product. There are so many products out there and lots of them will be like, we're eco-friendly, we have no packaging, etc, blah blah blah, but they might not necessarily be completely ethical in terms of their whole process. So have a look into it and just double check when you're buying something. Make sure that something is genuinely created other ethical issues in mind and not just sustainability and eco-friendliness, because humanitarian issues are all really important as well. So that's something to bear in mind when shopping around for things, is just have a look into that side of things. If you're interested in the ingredients for this soap, it's coconut oil, sodium bicarbonate, so just like bicarb that you'd use for baking, natural occurring glycerin, and sodium glutamate? My writing is not very clear. Glutamate, I think, which is derived naturally from coconut oil. It's also made in the UK, which means if you are also from the UK, it's a good local brand and it's not having to be shipped across the world for you to wash your dishes. You might be wondering, without the harsh chemicals, is it actually going to clean stuff properly? And I can tell you from personal experience, it strips through grease just as well as any other chemical-based soap that I've used. Because of the natural ingredients and the fact that there's no fragrance, it's just really gentle and kind on your skin. So if you're someone that struggles with having really sensitive or dry skin, it is ideal, because I know that washing up liquid can be really drying and horrible. I think it was like £10 for this bar, which you think, that seems like quite an expensive bar of soap, but it is pretty chunky. He's a big fella and you need to use so little. All you have to do is get the surface of the soap wet, get your sponge or whatever it is you're using, make that wet, and you just kind of rub it on the top of the soap, and that creates so much lather. You really do not need to use much of it at all when you're washing up. So this should last a really, really long time. If you think about how many bottles of generic washing up liquid you would have to buy in that time, I don't know how long this is actually going to last. I guess I'll give you updates as it kind of gets smaller and smaller, but yeah, it's, I imagine in the long run, probably gonna work out either cheaper or only very, very mildly more expensive than using generic washing up liquid. It comes in 2 sizes as well. I got the bigger size, which I think is like 230 grams or something. There is a smaller one that's like 180 or something for like £7. I think it was a better value to get the bigger block anyway. The next we have the Eco Egg. There are so many different clothes wash detergent eco-friendly products out there, and I spent a long time looking at the different options and trying to find something that I think would suit me. I know a lot of people were raving about the Eco Egg, so I decided that this was going to be the best in the long run. One of the reasons being that it was the cheapest option, and actually, whilst the upfront cost is more than it would be for just like a box of detergent or a bottle or like a tub of the little pouch things, in the long run it actually works out as way cheaper. So that was a main thing for me. I know that there are quite a few like through the post eco-friendly like tablets and things that you can get, but they were quite expensive for how many washes you'd get. The Eco Egg is just the obvious choice, like it's more bang for your buck. I can't remember exactly the deal that I did on it. I think when you first buy the egg itself, it comes with pellets. I can't remember if it came with an extra box or if I bought an extra box. I can't remember what I did, but this egg and the pellets it came with was, I think, about a tenner. Whether the other box is included in that, I can't remember. You'll be able to see on the Piece of the Wild website. But basically how it works is, so you've got your egg, which is just your outer plastic shell, which should last a really long time, but you have the case, and then inside you've got these, ooh, oh no. Inside you've got these little pellets. So you've got the little black pellets that you can see, and then the white ones. So I think the white ones are more of like the detergent and the smell. I think the little black ones that are in there do help to balance out the pH of the water that you're washing them in, which then makes them softer, which means you then don't need to use fabric conditioner, which, by the way, I only found this out last week or so. Fabric conditioner is really bad for the environment. The way it works is it kind of loosens and breaks down the fibres in your clothes to make them more flexible and feel a bit more soft. But because of that, it also means that they're also shedding all of the extra fibres into your wash, and obviously if they're plastic fibres from polyester, that's a lot of microfibres going into the waterways. Yes, it's just full of mineral pellets, and basically when it starts to get significantly lower, you just replace the pellets into the egg. The egg itself just comes in paper packaging, so easily recycled or biodegradable. So there are no harmful chemicals in there. There's no palm oil, no sulfates, no parabens, petrochemicals, enzymes, phosphates, or microplastics. It is dermatologically tested. I'm so impressed I got that word right first time, I never do. And hypoallergenic, so if you're someone who suffers again with sensitive skin or really bad with allergies, if you get rashes and things with certain types of detergents, you're not going to get it with the Eco Egg. It is vegan and it is cruelty free as well. I think the only bit about the packaging that isn't so good is the fact that the little pellets, I do have a refill pack here. Hang on, let me pop it open. The pellets do come in these little plastic sack things. I was looking up and they aren't any kind of fancy starch packaging, they are just plastic packaging, which isn't ideal, but they are really small bags. There's not like loads of excess packaging that doesn't need to be there, and they are working with their suppliers to try and get a more eco-friendly, plastic-free packaging. But overall, you're still massively reducing how much plastic packaging you are wasting when you're doing your laundry, because there's so little of it compared to the amount of washes you're getting out of it. Yeah, that's your Eco Egg. It comes in, I think there's like a pink one, blue one, and a yellow one. I've only tried the pink one so far, so I don't know what the others smell like, but the pink one smells really good. It's not really strong on your clothes either when you take them out the wash. I don't like it when washing has like a super strong smell. You get a little hint of it, but it smells really fresh and lovely, and it's not too sweet. This one's called like Spring Blossom, and I was like, is that gonna be really sweet? But it's actually really nice. So yeah, really enjoying the Eco Egg. thoroughly recommend it. Now, along with the Eco Egg, when I'm doing my laundry, I use a Guppy Friend. This is a Guppy Friend. Again, I saw so many people raving about them and really wanted to try it. But it's basically just a little sack that you put your clothes in, and it'll essentially catch all the little plastic microfibers from your wash. You only have to put your synthetic clothes in there. I so far have just been putting everything in here. I think most of our clothes probably do contain polyester, so I will separate out sometimes, but sometimes if I just want to get it in, I'll just put it all in the bag and it's plenty big enough. I've been filling it probably about like 4/5 of the way, maybe to about there of the whole bag. I don't want to overfill it. Yeah, essentially just traps. I'm not 100% sure where it traps it. I don't know. I think maybe it's in this little fibre strip up here. I've not washed that many times with this one so far, so I don't actually really know. I think it was like 20 quid, 20 pounds or something for the bag, which at first I was like, 20 quid, I know 20 quid to some people probably isn't much, but to me like 20 quid is like, oh my god, 20 quid. But it's definitely worth it because you're massively reducing your plastic pollution. I did, the first time I got one, after the first wash, it did kind of tear away at the seam. I was really disappointed because I'd been really excited to try it. I guess maybe it was a dodgy bag or something, I don't really know. But I contacted the Peace of the Wild company and said, I know it's not your product, you're just a distributor, but can I get a new one sent? And straight away they were like, yeah, we've already got one in the post to you. I just had to send like a photo of it or whatever, but yeah, their customer service was really good. So really recommend getting any of these products on their website. The next product is easily one of my favourites that I have. I know that's probably going to seem really weird, but it's my menstrual cup. Now, when I was younger, the idea of a menstrual cup, I was just like, oh, that is hideous. Absolutely no way, I'm not doing it. I just remember being repulsed by the idea and I hated it. But in recent years, I've seen more and more people use them and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. Sorry if you don't like talking about periods, but you know what, we're all grown-ups here, so we're gonna talk about it. I'm not someone that likes pads. I don't like it just like sitting there. I hate it. I think it's horrible. So I've always been someone that will always use tampons like right the way through my period. Obviously apart from night because it's not very good to. You don't want to give yourself toxic shock and let bacteria and stuff build up in there. So actually the menstrual cup is perfect for me in terms of eco-friendly period products. You can get various different types of eco-friendly period products. You can get reusable pads, tampons that contain no plastics and packaging. But yeah, something that would just go in and just catch it all is ideal for me. I know menstrual cups aren't for everyone. Some people just really don't like the idea of having to pull your period out. It is kind of gross, but you get used to it. And the thing with the menstrual cup is you can leave it for up to 12 hours. So before, where I'm having to change my tampon every 2 to 4 or 5 hours, I can leave the cup in all day. I can put it in at 8 in the morning and replace it at 8 in the evening. I won't normally leave it that long because that's like the maximum you should leave it in. If I'm going to be out of the house for the day, I know that if I'm going to be out for like 5 or 6 hours, I'm not going to have to change anything once I'm out, which is fantastic. I know some people worry about leaks with using them, but I have never ever had a leak with a menstrual cup, and I have like a relatively heavy period. When it's in there, I just forget I'm on my period, apart from like the odd cramps and things and the hella hormonal mood swings. I would not know that I'm on period. So it's a really hygienic feeling, clean period solution. The care is super easy. You literally just, when you're finished, pop it in water and you just boil it and it gets rid of all the bacteria and stuff. Whilst you're using it throughout the week, you can literally just take it out, give it a rinse and pop it back in. It is kind of daunting at first and it does take some used to and figuring out your ideal technique with putting it in and taking it out. I know some people, they just don't have the right shape, like their vagina isn't shaped in a way that means that a menstrual cup is comfortable. But I am seeing more and more come out that have various different shapes. I know that there's one that's kind of like a bowl shape and you put it in, and whereas this kind of like sits like in your vagina canal, is that the right word? You know, your tube. Oh, that's even worse. I think the bowl type one kind of like goes in and like sits up and underneath something. I don't know, but it's a good alternative for people where they want to try out a menstrual cup, but the shape is not working for them. This little thing that you use to take it out, you can trim it so that it's not like sticking out. Mine sits quite far up, so I don't have to worry about it. The packaging that comes in, I still have it. I don't know why. I bought it like 5 or 6 months ago or something. I think maybe because the packaging's actually got all the information on it. This is literally all it comes in. So you have your paper packaging, All of the information, all of the instructions are printed on the box, which I love. It also comes with like a little canvas bag that you can put it in for traveling around and stuff. I don't know where mine is. I just kind of leave mine after it's been cleaned, obviously, just sort of leave it in my kitchen cupboard, bathroom cupboard. If you think about how much waste is getting thrown away and put down the drain when you're using tampons and sanitary towels, it's hideous, it's disgusting, and menstrual cups are a fantastic way to significantly reduce that waste. Again, I know it's not for everyone. If you have been considering trying one, please do. They are so good. I'm really gutted. I was too nervous to not do it for a while, because once it did, it's ideal. It's so much easier and better than pads, in my opinion. And the first few periods that I had once I got it, I was kind of excited for them because I was excited to try my cup out. That novelty did wear off quite quickly, and I'd much rather not have them. But yeah, they just make them overall a much more pleasant experience, I think. So yes, we're nearly there. We're nearly done. We just got a couple more products. This is from the World of Bamboo, and it is a razor. Now, I haven't actually managed to use this yet because I'm waiting on some razor blades to put in it. Obviously, I can't just pop out to the shop at the moment and get them, and anywhere online I've looked, it's either a ridiculous price for postage, or it comes with like hundreds of them, which obviously I don't need, or it's going to take a while to deliver. So I have ordered some. They should come sometime next week. So the handle is made from bamboo and the rest is all metal. Basically just like unscrew this, and then this top bit comes off. I won't take it off because I'll end up dropping it because it's me. But then you just like put the razor in and then you screw it back on, and then you have like a blade each side for your shaving needs. It's nice and heavy. It's got a really nice weight to it. It just feels like a really nice, good quality product. I'm really looking forward to trying it out properly. If you're using generic razors, whether it be just disposables where the whole thing gets chucked in the bin, or the little plastic heads, over time those plastic heads are going to be causing a lot of problems with plastic in landfill, and I'm pretty sure you can't properly recycle them. I don't actually shave that much, and that's not because I'm like, woo, feminist, like living my free life. It is literally just because I'm too lazy to. Yeah, looking forward to giving that a go. This was actually gifted by the lovely people at the World of Bamboo, so do go over to their Instagram page and their website and have a look at their products. Just a really nice, good quality product. Last but not least, but whilst we're on the subject of bamboo, I've got my bamboo toothbrush. This was the Colgate one. I actually bought this because when I went to Dublin in November, I'd completely forgotten my toothbrush because I do that all the time. And I was running around Dublin desperately trying to find a toothbrush, and I refused to just get a plastic one. I was like, I don't want to. So I was running around all over the place to try and find one. Nowhere was stocking them. I finally found a Boots that was, and this was the only one they had. So I paid more for it than I wanted to. There were definitely cheaper alternatives. I think it's something like €7 or something, but I love it. I do use mostly an electric toothbrush just because I think in general my teeth feel cleaner than using a manual brush. At the moment I do just have standard plastic heads that I replace just because I have them. I've just got like a pack of like 5 of them. When they're done, I'm probably gonna you can get little plastic heads that they're like made from recycled plastic or something. But yeah, that's my plan. But this one's mostly for travel. I'll take it with me anywhere. I do occasionally just use it if my toothbrushes run out of charge and I keep going, oh, I'll charge that, and then I don't. Classic Nelly moves. Or I just fancy a manual brush from time to time. The bristles on this are like rigid but soft, if that makes sense. Like they do a really good cleaning job, but they're like nice on your gums. Obviously going for a bamboo toothbrush means that it's biodegradable or recyclable. I know some people have been concerned with bamboo toothbrushes that they're gonna go a bit gross, but it does have some kind of coating on that means that it's not like just absorbing all your spit grossness. Yeah, that is all of the products that I've got to show you. I hope that this was useful and has given you a bit of insight into the type of products that you can get to keep your home more environmentally friendly. I'm genuinely really enjoying these products, and things like the razor I'm really excited to give a go. Thank you again to the people at the World of Bamboo for gifting me with it. It is definitely going to get a lot of use. Of course, these products are for reducing your packaging waste and the amount of plastic that you're throwing away. You might, when you're buying, say like a bottle of shampoo, you might think like, oh, it's just one bottle. But if everyone is just getting that one bottle, that is a lot of bottles in the long run, especially with your personal waste. If you're saving packaging on your soap, your shampoo, your conditioner, your razors, your washing up, that is a lot of products that you are reducing if you manage to get a range of products. Majority of them as well are not any more expensive than your standard. They are becoming cheaper and more accessible the more people are using them and the more products that are available. So yeah, if you have been considering getting some more eco-friendly home products, please do. And I hope this has given you a bit of insight as to what products are out there. There are still a lot of things within my home that I can make changes with, and a lot of things that I could switch to more eco-friendly versions of. I am getting there with time. It is a process that I am going on gradually. The way society is run does not make it easy to be entirely environmentally friendly in your day-to-day life, and it's really good that these products are available. And for me, it is still very much a learning process. I've still got a long way to go. I'm never going to be 100% eco-friendly because no one can be, but these products do make it just a little bit easier, and I hope you guys manage to find or have discovered products that are going to make your life a little bit easier with being more eco-friendly. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have links to all of the products that are in the video in the description. I'm gonna be that bitch. Please, if you did like the video, subscribe, like, click that little notification bell. I'm planning on posting more of my journey to being more eco-friendly on here. Yeah, subscribe for more eco-friendly content, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and bye.